Welcome in, guys, to Heard It Here First, your Central Texas showcase of premier talent and teams. And when it comes to premier talent, it's on the jersey. Jamaya Tisdale, the 6'5", going into your senior year at Del Valle. I've had the luxury of watching you since your freshman year. Going into your senior year, where have you seen the most growth in your game?
I say I've seen the most growth in my game after my sophomore year during the summer. It was a lot of practices, a lot of tournaments, a lot of hard times. So I say that's where most of my growth came from. And then coming into my junior year, it just continued and it's still continuing.
Yeah, talking about your sophomore year versus Aikens, 21 points, 24 rebounds, 20 of those offensive. Talk to me about that game. What got you in the zone? I mean, that was a phenomenal game. Talk to me about that.
I had to show that I wanted it, and that's what I did.
Yeah, and so in your junior year, you talk from your sophomore to your junior year. I saw a lot of growth in your mid-range game and that leadership role. Now you're going into your senior year. Let's talk about. I'm gonna let you be your own critic. Talk about where you think you need to improve, and what are you doing to improve on those abilities?
I need to improve on rebounding outside of my area, not just in the paint, outside 3-point line, inside mid range, all types of stuff like that.
And whenever let's take a step back. You're always in sports. It's summer. It's hot out, and I got you out here doing an interview. Thank you for joining me. Let's take a step out of the sports. Let's talk about what you do in your free time. What is Jamaya's when she doesn't have basketball? She's got a little free time. What are you doing?
In my free time, I'm usually fishing, or I'm sleeping, or I'm eating, but mostly just fishing. I love to fish. I've been fishing since I was a little girl.
Yeah. Let's talk about some coaches that maybe inspire you. Like growing up, of course, I'm a big Bill Belichick, Phil Jackson fan. Some of those goats at the coaching. Who are some of those goats for you and the coaching for women's basketball?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll say Dawn Stanley and Kim Oki.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mr. Tisdale, if you get in that right underneath that white tissue paper, it was your birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
You bring that for her?
Thank you.
So you got your Dawn Staley biography. It's Jamaya's birthday, and that was something I thought that you would enjoy. And so, is there anything going into your senior year? We're talking Del Valle, new district. Are we talking playoffs this year?
Most definitely. We have to make playoffs this year. I refuse to not make playoffs my senior year.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure we pick up that game and broadcast it because I know y'all be in the playoffs. Guys, Jamaya Tisdale, senior center, 6'5", for Del Valle Cardinals. Is there anybody you would like to give a shout out to before we close this out?
I'll give a shout out to my mom, my dad, my family, and my trainer, Herb Jones, and my coach, Chris Johnson.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Jamaya Tisdale, not only the first basketball player, first female athlete, first 6'5" athlete to be on my program. Thank you so much for joining me, Jamaya. And guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a blessed evening. All right, guys. So this is Heard It Here First Player Profile Edition. And today we have the luxury of covering Jamaya Tisdale, the 6'5" senior center for Del Valle, who in her career averages a double-double with 10 points and 11 rebounds. 19 double-doubles minimum for her, and we'll cover why it says minimum on that. Sophomore year, 12 games of 10 or more points, 20 games of 10 or more rebounds, 10 double-doubles. Junior year, 14 games, 10-plus points, 12 games, 10-plus rebounds, 8 double-doubles. And so, when we talk about the 6'5" senior, on her career, and as you see in those parentheses, those are per Max Preps. Max Preps has documentation of her sophomore and junior year stats. 547 points and 593 rebounds total in her career. Now, I've had the luxury of watching Jamaya since her freshman year, when I worked for the Cardinal Sports Network and at Del Valley, covering Del Valley sports. And Jamaya joined the first game I saw her play was versus Johnson, and I keep all my stats for every single game I've ever called. And versus Johnson, her freshman year, she had 8.5 rebounds on Cardinal Sports Network. Versus Austin High, she had 2.6 rebounds. And then in her third game ever on CSN, she put up a double double as a freshman versus Anderson with 12 points, 14 rebounds. 8 of those were offensive. So when you add just those 3 games, and I feel like there's probably more stats to that than just those home games that we only cover. You add those, that puts her at 569 win points, 618 in rebounds, and 19 double doubles in her career, which is outstanding. Man, those are some good stats. So in her sophomore year, 10 double doubles. She was able to sweep Dripping Springs with double doubles, 18 points, 16 rebounds, 13 points, 13 rebounds. The game that was outrageous for me, the best performance was one of the best performances I've ever seen was versus Aikens. 21 points, 24 rebounds, and 20 of those offensive. Now, here's the thing. Austin High in that district since I started covering Del Valley and since 2021, there were 3-time district champions and have never missed the playoffs since the 2020s. She puts up a double-double her sophomore year versus Austin High, 10 points and 13 rebounds. Then you switch over to her junior year. And in her junior year, she again gets the 2 double doubles versus Dripping Springs. But here's the 2 games that I'm like, wow. It's the Austin High. Austin High has been a district contender for the championship, for the champion in that district for years. And if not the district champion, she's able to pull a double-double against them again with 17 points, 19 rebounds. And then versus Bowie, another year in, year out playoff contender, or going to the playoffs every year, she puts 22 points and 16 rebounds. And so Jamaya, when it comes to the film I chose today, she's probably going to be like, why did you choose these? And it's because when it comes to our conversations her and I have had after games, and sometimes she's like, well, I don't think I played this well. And I'm like, Jamaya, it's what you do when you don't have the ball. Like 90% of this game is played without the ball. And this is prime examples of what she does when the ball is not in her hands. And so you see, she plays her person good. She's always in the lane, man. Has to her eyes forward, looking for transition, and her team making it easy too. And you're going to see this over and over and over again. She's always in the lane. This is Jamaya's lane, and she makes it difficult for defenders to try to pass and get the ball down all the time. Here, you got her playing lane, getting big. Just this, and this is something so simple. Great defense, but this is what I love about this. She's always in the lane. She makes the pass a difficult pass for both players and one to receive it. And so just that simple being in the lane, getting that hand up right at this last minute, making it difficult, that's the stuff. And then she locks in, closes the gap, and is ready to play defense. That's great work. This is the stuff I talk about when it comes to playing without the ball. She's giving this girl, look at her face, you can tell this girl is bothered. She's upset. Because Jamaya's being a nuisance. Not giving her a chance to even, the shadow work here. It's just top tier, man. And that's the stuff that we talk about. And so this was the Georgetown tournament this summer. Look at her in the lane, making it hard for the pass. And not only that, so you see, when you're in the lane, she's got to throw over that big 6'5" frame, and that gives your defender time to close the gap. Your own teammate, boom, now she's got time to close the gap, and that makes it hard on that layup. She misses. Defensive rebound, Jamaya. Then you get to see her footwork and a dish, looking for the open person. At first, I was like, man, she gets the ball down before moving feet right there. Boom. And then sees the double-double with the quick feet. Ball down. Spins into 2. Dish out to 1. I mean, that's just textbook good stuff, man. And this is what I've taught to her over and over about Jamaya. It's not always the 20-point games. It's not the 30 rebounds. It's what you do without the ball. And this is what she does without the ball. She's great all the time. Look, closing that lane. This is mine. That's Tisdale Lane. And I've had, and it's been an honor just to cover Jamaya's game for all this time. This is still my favorite one. How quick she's able to just push that rock up court, play in the lane. I know that we're back at the beginning, but boom, quick transition, pushes it up court, and her teammates are pushing the rock for 2. That is the Jamaya Tisdale player profile. Jamaya and the Del Valle Cardinals redistrict this year. The Lady Cardinals have a great team, period. Abby Aguilar and Jamaya Tisdale have both been on this roster since their freshman year. They have Machaya Marshall, Z Smith. You have Meeks. The depth on this team. Williams, Layla Williams, Marshall, Smith, Aguilar. I mean, the team is stacked. They redistrict. The district doesn't get any easier bringing in Buda Johnson, but it does take some relief without Westlake and Lake Travis. And I'm wishing the Del Valle Lady Cardinals and Jamaya Tisdale a great 2006 season. This is what's going to start our off season. I know this is basketball. This is something I have promised Jamaya for some time now. And this is how we're starting our 2026 off season on Heard It Here first with the Jamaya Tisdale basketball player profile. Thank you guys and have a blessed evening.